All right, well, welcome to the webinar here with apexinvesting.com. We have free webinars every Thursday, and today's November 6, 2014. A few reminders for everybody. Make sure you're using the most recent toolkit, okay? You can download the toolkit once you're an active member in multiple places. It's under the P3, under the signal section, the elite section. Right over here, it's under the product info, so it's one of your steps right here. So your setup platform data feeds and toolkit download page. If you're having any kind of odd issue, go in and clear your close NinjaTrader, clear the cache, and let's see here. Let me close my Ninja real quick. These are just a couple common things I've seen pop up in trouble tickets lately. So one is when you open the toolkit, get it open right here. It'll pop on up there, and then clear your cache. This is actually a really good practice to do every day, okay? And the nice thing about using the clear cache function in our side of our toolkit is it literally deletes the cache, which is your old historical data. The problem is a lot of that will lap over, and there'll be gaps in data and just weird errors. And so by clearing it out, you get fresh data downloaded. Takes a little bit longer for it to, upload your charts, but they're accurate when you do it. But you just hit that. Obviously, mine's going to be pretty small because I just did it, earlier this morning. But it'll delete the files. It may take a while if you haven't done it in a while. And then install the toolkit if you haven't done it already. And so go grab the latest version. I think that's going to be 10.30 right now. So if you go and download the October 30th, we actually put the MVP, 10-minute MVP template back in there. Got to take it out somehow. So if you re-download that, I'll put that in there. And we removed the default 24/7 requirements for deviation levels, just for that indicator and the day trading plan indicator. So after that, you click OK. Now, you don't have to download it from the website. Just if it's been a long time since you've downloaded, like over a few months, then that's when you'd want to re-download it from the website. Beyond that, you can actually just go to the search Apex or Toolkit in your start menu, or there ought to be a logo on your desktop, and you can click on that, open it up, and click install. So if you're not seeing those versions pop up, then you have too old of a toolkit. That's one of the easiest ways to be able to tell, okay? So make sure you do that. Make sure you clear your cache. Another thing, I saw just a couple random tickets, and these are pretty common things. We do cover them in the intro course, but there are things that so many people just skip over. They think it doesn't apply to them. And I try to tell people, I'm like, go through this first course step by step. It'll save you so much tech support. I'd say probably over half our tech support is based right out of that course not being taken, okay? So what are the things that we go over? One is even if you're just trading Forex, yes, if you're just trading Forex, you still need futures data. Why? Because we pull the Forex futures volume, so the futures Forex, like we'll pull 6J's volume for the dollar-yen Forex pair because it's exchange-based volume, not OTC broker volume. Okay, so you want real volume. And that's how our expected volume indicator, spike striker, things like that work. You're going to need that. Okay, so definitely make sure that you do have a CQG connection, NinjaTrader brokerage, other connections that we also, share with you. We've recently added in NinjaTrader brokerage. They have a great deal now, best rates for anybody who owns Ninja. And they'll give you, the free trials. You can resubscribe to the free trials. It's live data. But go through that course, get that CQG connection set up. Do not connect to your connections on startup. Why? Because if you have 1,000 charts and everything else, it's going to take forever. So first thing is make sure they're not connected to connect on startup. Once it's connected, because it'll say not responding or something like that, that's because it's loading data and everything else. Let it get connected, okay? Once it is connected, just be patient, let it do its thing. It'll start loading up all your data, all that. Then connect to your Forex. So you can, whether it be IQ feed, kinetic, cannot be kinetic end of day if you're doing intraday stuff. You have to have an actual subscription to their intraday data, live intraday data, okay? FXCM, you could have FXCM demo, if I click on that right there, it'll connect me in on that. So just some simple things. But something that's, obviously very important, and these are so common errors. Another thing is go in save yourself a lot of trouble. Go into your instrument manager and pull up instruments. Like, I can't get, no matter what I do, the S&P to load, or whatever. This often happens when somebody is opening a elite chart. And go up here and make sure you have the session template. Notice what I did. I know I went a little fast there. Go to Tools, Instrument Manager. Any instruments that you keep in your default list, go to those, search them. Okay? Then click on this instrument and choose Edit. Now, choose Default 24/7. You can actually click right there, and then you can click D twice. Okay? Then click OK. And now, anytime you open that instrument, it will use Default 24/7 automatically. Okay? Now, so that's how you get your CQG connected, your FXCM connected. That's how you get everything to load. Question comes up. I have Lifetime Ninja. If you're trading futures, then you only need a single broker license. If you're trading FXCM, you don't need a single broker license. If you're trading both futures and Forex, you'd need a multi-broker license to connect to two different brokerages' data feeds. The other option you have is you can go over here. Now, let me just show you these options and where they are. And I have a whole thing that talks about this on our site. I saw a bunch of people posting on it. But Ninja Brokerage, go to the platform and go to purchase, and you got lease, direct, lifetime. So let's say you got a lifetime license. So you can go in and you can buy it. Basically, it's $500 more. Is it worth it? Well, if you want to get Forex data from a non-Forex broker, you're going to have to get like an IQ feed or kinetic feed, which is going to cost you about $70 just to get the base. Now, if you go through our IQ feed link, you'll get FX Spot free with your base subscription. So it's a lot cheaper to just upgrade to a multi-broker license if all you want is Spot Forex. Now, I like IQ feed. I have IQ feed connections because, one, it's lightning fast. It doesn't go down on weekends like FXCM does a lot of times. And I have access to stocks. I have access to the CBOE volatility indices, the choppy market warning, things like that. So I think IQ Feed is worth it. If you don't think it's worth it, and you do want to trade live futures, then you're going to want to get a multi-broker if you want to get another FX connection. At least it's a one-time fee, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have to get a different brokerage fee. So you got to choose single broker or multi-broker. If you choose single broker, you can connect to other data feeds as long as they're not brokerage-based, which IQ Feed and Connect are not brokerage-based data feeds. Okay? That's how that works. If you're on a demo, you can connect to both with no problem. So I've even seen people set up, two computers. So one with an FXCM feed and one with their futures that they have on their live futures account. There's a lot of different ways you can set it up. Like maybe you bought a live, maybe you're trading Nadex Forex. So or they're using a VPN for their FX, connection, that type thing. So there's a lot of different ways you can combine it, Gabriel, there that ought to be able to help you out. So nope, you don't have October 31st. The latest version on there was October 30th. You saw the word beta if you're looking closely on mine. So you can't see the betas until they're made live. So October 30th is the latest version. All right. Whatever version you see, it will be the latest version on there. Okay? But anyway, so those are just some common things that come up. The default 24/7, the connecting to futures first, then Forex. I only want to trade Nadex. Well, then yes, you can just use the demo CQG and Forex data feeds. I want to trade live futures, but I want a Forex data connection for trading Nadex. Maybe you don't want to trade spot Forex. Well, then you're going to need to either set up another computer with another Ninja license, like a demo license with an FXCM data feed, or you need to upgrade to multi-broker so you can connect to the FXCM demo, or you're going to need to get an IQ feed subscription or Kinetic subscription so you can get the FXCM data feed. So those are basically your multiple choices. And I'm not trying to make it complex. I'm just trying to answer out some of the tickets that I've seen in the past week that'll help some of y'all. All this is on our website on like which Ninja which Ninja version should I use, etc. All right, so a little bit different topic. Some of this applies to y'all. Some of y'all trade Nadex. Some of you don't. That's fine. We have a lot of futures. We have a lot of Forex traders. We have some stock traders as well. But Nadex has launched their 28-minute binaries in live now. So you can hop in there and check those out. Let me get into them. Give me just 1 second. Okay, log into my account. Waiting for them to update the stats on that stuff, on that competition. We'll see where it all ends up. I'm up like 70-something% right now for the month, so we'll see if that keeps going on. But anyways, so what did I want to show you? Okay, I want to show you the 20-minute. Trying to get this out of the way. The 20-minute binaries are over here under the indices. And so you can go here, you can see, US 500, every 20 minutes starting at 9:40 a.m. Okay, so they're 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. expirations. They start 20 minutes before expiration on the 4 US indices. So in time, they'll probably add on additional ones, but right now, those are the 4 indices they're adding them on. What is the benefit of a 20-minute binary is it moves faster. It decays faster for an in the money. It moves faster for an out of the money. They're really tight strikes. We put an article up over on our website about these binary contracts. If we go in and do this, let me put my Skype on silent. There we go. Getting so many things coming through. Okay. Let's see, and what else? Okay. Just got to get rid of that because it was just popping in my ear every 5 seconds. All right, so going over here, and then I can go in and I'll just do a 20-minute. We got to see 20-minute binaries or something pop up, some sort of article. If you want to read about them, new 20-minute binaries on Nadex. Let's see. Nope, that's just somebody posting about it. They have an intro right there. Nadex launching. There we go. So the articles. It's a little bit different icon. Nadex launching 20-minute binary options in November. So I went through and actually outlined what all of them are, what the widths are, everything. So that's an article right there in their article section. And Nadex launching. You could probably just type that in. Make it even easier to find. Shouldn't be too many of those. Pop on up. There we go. Nadex launching 20-minute binary options in November. So, anyways, check that out. They're pretty cool. Some of the ideas, the questions that are coming in on these are, so should I be trading these? Or is this what I should be trading right now? Okay, one, just because it's there doesn't mean you should trade it, right? So, do I like them? Yes, I do like them. Okay, but just because it's there doesn't mean you should trade it. It's like, well, there's so many more trading opportunities. Well, there's opportunities to win and opportunities to lose. Okay? So you got to make sure you look at both sides of the coin. You got more of both. So what are some of the things that you can do? One is you have plenty of systems already. You have Boomerang. You have Spike Strike. You have 10-minute MVP. You have Apex Elite. You have Momentum Scalps. You have News Trades, Iron Condors, Straddles, Strangles, Butterflies. You have... obviously the day trading plans. So you have a lot you can already do. So I wouldn't worry about adding too much more unless you got that down. However, that being said, I know some of y'all are still dying to figure out a way to trade them. So I'm going to give you just a quick preview of some of the ideas of things that you can do. Okay? So let's say we're opening just a euro-dollar chart. We'll do a 4-minute chart. We'll open a Boomerang template. Okay? Click OK on that. Let that get open on up. Now, these are 20-minute contracts. And what we usually do is we usually have 1-hour contracts that we're looking at on these trades. So, what do you think you might want to change? Yeah, there's the big ECB news this morning. What do you think you might want to change your ranges to if you're trading on 20-minute contracts? Do you think you want them at 60 minutes, or maybe you change that to 20? Okay? And change that to 20. Pretty simple, but this will give you a 20-minute perspective. Here's one of the coolest things about adding this on is you will start seeing things in that 20-minute perspective. Okay? So you'll start seeing when 20-minute expirations happen. Now, obviously, EuroD wasn't the best example because I'm sorry they're on. I keep thinking they're going to be having these things on the FX pairs. Let's hop on over to S&P. But now I'll have my expected ranges, my close to closes on the 20-minute contracts. And if I'm going to test this out, I probably need to only pay attention to times that are happening, when these markets are open. This is a cool thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to. It's called color time regions. And you can go in here and you can actually, gray out areas of time that maybe you don't want to be paying attention to. So, for instance, you could look at, 1200, or what we could look at 0 to, let's see, what is it, 940? Right here. And we could get rid of this one. We'll just make it transparent. So we don't have to even see it. There we go. And they'll go down here and they end at 4 o'clock. Down to 2400. Okay? By applying that, what that's going to do for me is it's going to block off the times I can't even trade that contract. So that way I'm not trying to figure out what will work at a time that's not even available. Okay? So we got that going on there. I thought I had that. Let me double check. What did I put on there? Got ending hour at 9:40. Minutes 9:40. Well, I have it in there right. Let's go back here. Let's see if that looks right. Okay, it ended at 4 o'clock for me. Just doesn't seem to want to be taking it all the way to the 40 minutes. That's sort of weird. All right, whatever. Anyways, but I'll check into that later. Yeah. Maybe it's because that other one. That makes sense. Okay. Make this 40 and make that so it lines up on that transparency. Thank you. Yeah, they were clashing. Awesome. Okay, so that gets us right there. Thank you, Eric. Okay, so yeah, we got to make sure that transparent one doesn't clash if you have it on there. All right. So now you can look at 20 minutes. You can see what expected ranges are. Well, if you know expected ranges, that's a butterfly type strategy, right? You can say, hey, if it's between this range, awesome. You can even look at close to closes if you want to play a little bit more aggressively on butterflies, like buying a binary down here, selling a binary up here at the top of the hour. And let me just shrink all this stuff down for you so we can really look at it. Okay? So you could buy a binary down here, sell a binary up here at the top of the range. And I think I'm going to put this back on. Yeah, because I redid I set everything, by the way, to 1 on zone opacity on deviation levels and made that the default, where you right click and say set default, and it just makes it a lot lighter so it's not crossing over everything so heavily. But, okay, so I could buy a binary down here, sell a binary up here, sell one up here, buy one down here. I could go more aggressive and I could go for the ranges because you might be able to get like 50 or 60 bucks, right? And so you're just going for a 1-to-1. You're like, hey, if half the time or more it closes inside the close to close range, then I make money. There's a lot of ways that you can play it. So if you come down, you can, like, as soon as it gets down here, you can buy it out of the money. You can do strangles on it. There's a lot of different ways you can play it. What's probably one of the most volatile out of the 4 U.S. indices? What do you think is one of the most volatile? The Russell. Yep. So let's go look at that. Should expected volume be changed to 20 minutes also? No, because then you'd have volume for the entire period and the binary's already expired. It wouldn't do you any good. It's like it's already done. That was the volume. So you want intrabar. The range is how far do I expect it to move it from now to the next 20 minutes? I don't want to know what the volume is going to be for the next 20 minutes. That's too late for me. Okay? The range is up front, let me know. So here's Russell. I mean, you can check that out. There's a close to closes even. So you could be playing binary butterflies right there with the close. It's called the butterfly net, by the way. That's what a lot of our traders have nicknamed that, and it's what it is it's this area right here. And they basically have termed that the butterfly net is like the area, that prime section to go for to catch butterflies. We are buying a binary below and selling a binary above the market. Okay? That's at the top of the hour. It doesn't matter really what bar size you have to do this, Eric. So, I mean, I just put on 4 minutes. That's just the default that we use. So if you want to go with a lower time frame, you could. But it's not going to change your expected ranges because they're still over a 20-minute period of time. So that's a favorite right there. Now, don't just go look at one day and go, oh, wow, that's wonderful. That's perfect. I should be doing butterflies on close to closes every day. Go back and, look. And see, does that work on a consistent basis? And it may very well work on a consistent basis. Just, you can go back and you can check a lot of data. One of the things you can do on the ranges, don't forget, is you have the ability to say, let's see here if they've, let me check one thing on here. Yeah, draw all historical. This means go back even further than what's on the chart. So if you right-click and go to the indicators and you want to see those ranges going back even further in time, then you just say draw all historical. Okay? And just set that to true. And you do it on both. You're doing the close to close and the high to low. Okay? So that's a really simple strategy. If you want to do like boomerangs themselves, Eric, then yeah, going to 2 minutes would probably be a good idea. Again, test that out. So I honestly just haven't had time with the day trading plans being launched to go through and test them out as hard as I want to. So I'm giving you some ideas of what I'm going to be looking at on these. And then, let's see here. So you can look at the spike trackers. You can go in here. Remember, spike tracker, you can actually change the bar size if you want to. It's defaulted to 5, 10, 15, but you can put that on there. And just look at, hey, on the normal one, because it's going to use 5, 10, and 15 minutes out of the gate. Okay? How does it look on a 20-minute contract? So let's see here. Well, was it? Well, there's one that day. It had a buy right there. So spike tracker buy. So it popped up, but I mean that's something you can look at as go. Did the spike tracker good on the 20 minutes, or do I need to change down the time frame, or what do I need to do? Is that a potential strategy? So that's the thing we're going to look at. We're going to look at changing it from like 2, 4, and what we have. We have 5, 10, and 15. So we're going to look at like 2, 4, and 8. We'll look at 2, 4, and 6. And stuff like that. We're going to play with a lot of different settings just over time. But also, I mean, you don't have to wait on us. You can go through this. This is how development works. But the ranges make everything so much easier because you can really see those concepts. And the biggest thing is you can see when the expirations happen. Okay? If you're going to ask questions right now about the 20-minute binaries, this is the time to ask them. So if you got them, then shoot away, David. Let's see here. Obviously, the momentum EPC trades, obvious ones that you can look at. So you're definitely going to need your expected volume on that. Okay? So, and you have access to all these trainings. But like right there, bar closes up, volume exceeds high, boom, it breaks the high, go in for an end expiration with a, in the money contract, trades profitable. Right there. Let's see here. I mean, this is just momentum scalps, but basically in the money momentum scalps, out of the money, or really it's always EPC because they're always 20 minutes. So bar break closes down with exceeding volume, bar breaks the low, and selling in the money, and expires in the money. And it's literally rinsing and repeating over and over and over again. There's a down close, but it didn't break the low, so no entry. There's a down close, didn't break the low, so no entry. No entry. So there's an up close. Got the high broken, so buying in the money would have been right on the line, depending upon exactly what contract you got. It might have taken profit too. Remember, take those profits on those EPCs before those final 2 minutes. I mean, so EPCs are definitely a possibility you can play with as well. Just go through and just test and look at it and see what you think is a possibility. Any questions on the 20-minute binaries before I move on from those? All right, let's see here. Let me check. I want to make sure I'm grabbing over here. Okay. Looks like no additional questions at the moment, so go ahead and wrap that up on the 20-minute binary contracts. And we're going to move on to day trading plans in the next video here. Okay?